Let's do a little bit of an experiment. So imagine yourself in a situation, it's early in the morning, you woke up, you're full of energy, and you have one very important thing to do today, which is to write a report, and it has to be very accurate. It's important because you might get a promotion after that. So tell me from 0 to 10, is this the environment that you would choose to do this task? Anyone? 0 to 10? Just raise your hands. 0? Oh, wow. Oh, 5? 7? Okay. What about this one? Anyone? 0 to 10? There's a 5. A little more, yeah, a little more. Okay. What about this one? 0? No one? Nobody? What if you had to write a creative essay about a project you have been doing? 5? Yeah, a little more? Okay, good. So this is a video I took from a building at MIT, part of my research. My name is Nan. I'm a research scientist at the MIT Media Lab where I work on smarter buildings. And I really hope that there will be a big impact because we spend about 90% of our time indoors. And our experience indoors, such as the light, the sound, the air, all that have really an impact on our behavior and well-being. And in the last decade, there has really been a decline in workplace satisfaction. And unsatisfied workers have a high cost. The cost of work-related stress in the US estimated to be $300 billion, and the cost of disengagement, not being interested or distracted from the work, is $550 billion. That means there is a lot of potential to improve things. And how does the environment have an impact on that? How does it contribute to the costs? And how does it influence our productivity and well-being? Well, there is, for example, light. There has been a lot of research around this topic. Our body evolved in a constantly changing environment, the day and night, and the seasons. So light, beyond allowing us to see, also has non-visual functionalities in regulating our circadian rhythm and other functionalities. This year's Nobel Prize for Medicine actually went to 3 scientists who are working on circadian rhythm, showing really the importance of these discoveries. Besides that, regulating our body, it also has acute effect on alertness and our mood and social behavior. Like if one of you light up candles for dinner, that is, you know what I'm talking about. But also sound. I'm not sure whether you hear it since it's already loud here. So there's a noise playing, and this is the sound from MIT in one of the buildings. And this noise is can take mental resources away from us, not just sound, but also visual noise. When we close our eyes, we can remember details more clearly. That is because there are more resources freed for this activity. But not all kinds of noise is bad. What kind of noise is good? So for example, if we are trying to do something creative and there's a little bit of sound of a coffee shop, moderated noise level actually has shown to help people in creative cognition. What kind of sound is also good? Natural sounds and images of natural landscapes has shown to help people to recover from stressful situations faster. So depending on what we are doing, certain environment might be beneficial for us. And this is my research at MIT Media Lab, where I have been trying to figure out technologies to measure people's needs in indoor environments, to quantify it, and then create an intelligent algorithm and control to improve the workspace. For example, energy and comfort optimization using wearable sensors or sensor networks and context awareness. And what I especially want to talk about today is this project over there called Mediated Atmospheres, and it's really about changing the appearance of the space, changing the atmosphere based on a person's activity. This was a small demo to show our vision of this transformative space. We use different sensors to measure people's physiology, so we can see how people respond to different environmental conditions here. For example, skin conductance, or heart rate, respiration rate, body temperature, in total over 30 features, facial expression, and facial feature tracking. And we use different modalities for output here: lighting network, rear projection, and speaker network for three-dimensional sound projection. And using these different output modalities, we create compositions, scenes of environments. These scenes are, for example, indoor scenes, familiar environment like the library or a forest, taking a walk in nature. They can also be a Christmas living room or a roller coaster ride. We have in total 33 different scenes that we picked for our experiments. This is the media lab where I work. So how do people actually respond to this kind of environment that is dynamic? And this is a typical experiment that we would do. We send them through a stressful task that is very demanding, for example, solving math problems under time pressure, and also allow people to take short breaks and really see what kind of physiological changes we can measure, and using what kind of changes we can predict the effect of the environment. And we do really observe significant changes. So for example, in the math problem solving, in the environments that people think they focus better, that they rated better for focus, their facial expression were more neutral, they looked down at the task more often. In the environment where people rated that they could be more relaxed, that helped them to recover from this stressful situation, they looked at the environment more often. Their heart rate variability was elevated with the indication of restoration. But not every person responds the same way to the same environment. One size does not fit all. So not everyone is a forest person, but also not everyone can focus well in silence. And sometimes it's tiny stuff that make a person change their opinion completely about the environment. For example, there was one participant who saw someone in the video, was like, wow, that guy is really good looking, and this environment was very distracting for me. So that's why we really learn personalized models for each person to predict how they might respond to these environments, to recommend the right environments for them. And here is the system in action. You can see here I'm entering phone call. I'm not very focused, but also not very relaxed. So the system decided to take me on the train ride. But then when I start taking a break, I become more relaxed and in the forest scene. And when I start drawing, I become more focused. Now I'm back in the library again. So this is one way of controlling the environment through this biofeedback, that the environment responds directly to me, but we can also imagine other application where I set a goal and the environment learns which of the scenes actually help me to achieve that goal. Of course, you can also chat with this agent to recommend you something through a language interface. Here, he recommended something based on the weather. So let's return to the vineyard for a second. As an outlook of this project, I really imagine that these environments will become a companion in our everyday life, help us to develop healthier work routines. Also, I hope that we can have access to this kind of environment similar to how we consume music today. And that we have a collection of our most dearest and most important places with us at all times, that we can share them with each other and thereby share the experience of the world with each other. I just want to leave you with a quote: we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us. So pay attention to what kind of conditions you expose yourself to, and pick the ones that really help you to perform well and to be healthy and well. So if you have any questions and want to talk to me, find me. I'll probably be over there. Yeah.